Have you ever been so focused on fixing some annoying computer problem that you'd pretty much do anything to make it go away? Well, that's exactly what scammers are banking on with this really sneaky method called the ClickFix Attack. So let's get into it and see how easily you can be tricked into, well, hacking your own machine.
To really get a feel for how this all works, I want to walk you through a story. It's the perfect example of a digital con game, and it shows how just one simple click at a totally normal business can lead to a complete and total compromise.
All right, so picture this. You're working the front desk at a busy hotel. An email pops into the inbox. It looks totally legit, like it's from booking.com. Just a standard notification that a guest canceled their reservation. This happens all the time, right? It's a totally normal, everyday task. Nothing seems off, at least not yet. But here's the hook. The refund amount is big, and that immediately creates this sense of urgency. You're thinking about the customer, you're thinking about getting this sorted out fast, the pressure is on, and that, right there, is the first step in the trap. So you click the link in the email, and it takes you to a page that looks exactly like the Booking.com admin portal. And I mean, it's a perfect clone. All the right logos, the right colors, everything looks right. But just as you go to process that refund, a fake error message pops up. Something like, loading is taking too long. Now, this fake error page offers a really simple solution. Just click a button to refresh. Easy enough. But the moment you click it, bam, your browser snaps into full screen mode, and your entire monitor is filled with a dreaded Windows blue screen of death. It looks for all the world like your entire system just crashed. So what on earth just happened? Did your system actually crash? Nope. You've just been expertly manipulated. This is that critical moment where the social engineering attack pivots from a simple lure to the main event. That whole dramatic sequence we just walked through, that is the signature move of a ClickFix attack. So let's break down what this technique actually is and, why it's so dangerously effective. So in the simplest terms, ClickFix is when an attacker convinces you to do their dirty work for them. They invent a fake problem, like a website error or a security check, and then they guide you through the steps to fix it. The catch? That so-called fix is actually a malicious command. At its heart, the trick is just a simple four-step dance. First, they lure you in. Second, they get you to click a fix button, which, and this is the sneaky part, secretly copies a nasty command to your clipboard. Then, they just tell you to open the Windows Run box with a key shortcut, paste in whatever's on your clipboard, and hit enter. You think you're fixing a problem, but you're actually executing their code. Okay, so these attacks don't always pretend to be a Booking.com error. They were all sorts of different disguises to trick as many people as possible. And believe me, the scale of this threat is growing incredibly fast. One of the most common masks they wear is a fake Cloudflare security check. You've seen these a million times, right? Verify you are human. But in this twisted version, the verification process involves you running a command on your own machine. Let me be clear, a reCAPTCHA would never, ever ask you to do that. Another really popular lure targets us at work. You'll see a pop-up that looks just like a Microsoft Word error, and it'll claim you need to install some special plugin to view a document. And of course, the How to Fix button is sitting right there, just waiting for you to click it. Now, this next disguise is especially clever because it preys on our good intentions. It's a fake Windows update screen, and it creates this intense sense of urgency, making you believe you have to install a critical security patch right now. They're literally weaponizing your desire to be secure. And what's the result of all these clever disguises? A staggering 500% surge in ClickFix attacks. And that's just in the first half of 2025. This isn't some niche threat. It is exploding in popularity among cybercriminals. So, who's in the crosshairs? Well, pretty much everyone. The top targets range from high-tech and financial services all the way to manufacturing and even state and local governments. The sheer variety here just proves that no sector is safe from this. Okay, so what does that string of gibberish you just pasted actually do? Well, this is a little peek behind the curtain at a command used by the Loma information stealer malware. In milliseconds, the first part of the command checks to see if you have any antivirus running, kind of like a burglar peeking in the window. If the coast is clear, the next parts automatically extract and launch the malware. It's a near-instant takeover designed to steal everything. Saved passwords, browser history, crypto wallets, all from that one little paste and run action you just took. Now, just when you think you've got a handle on this, the attackers adapt. Of course they do.
ClickFix isn't a static technique, it's constantly changing to get around our defenses and find new victims. There are two major evolutions happening right now. First, it's going cross-platform. We are now seeing campaigns targeting Mac OS users delivering info stealers designed specifically for Macs. And second, there's a new variant called consent fix that keeps the entire attack inside the web browser. It tricks you into pasting a special URL that actually steals your active login session for services like Microsoft 365. And this is the really scary part. That lets the attacker completely bypass multi-factor authentication. I know this all sounds pretty scary, but here's the good news. Because this whole attack relies on you, the user, there are very clear ways to defend against it. The most important thing is just knowing what to look for and how to react. For you as an individual, the defense is incredibly simple but also powerful. If a website ever, and I mean ever, asks you to copy and paste a command into your system's run box or a terminal to fix something or prove you're human, just stop. Full stop. That is a gigantic red flag. Legitimate websites do not operate that way, period. For organizations, this strategy is all about layers. It definitely starts with training employees to spot these kinds of social engineering tactics. But there are technical steps too. Things like completely disabling the run command for most users, blocking connections to known malicious websites, and putting policies in place to restrict what kinds of scripts are even allowed to run on a machine. And I just want to end on this quote from Microsoft because it perfectly captures the real danger here. Our automated defenses are great, but ClickFix is specifically designed to sidestep them by targeting the one thing that security software can't fully control: us. It's a powerful reminder that, in the face of these evolving threats, our own awareness is often our strongest shield. So the next time you see a quick fix online, just remember to think before you click.